Hi and welcome to the Canceled News. I'm Adam Yenser and I don't have any jokes about Press Secretary Jen Psaki this week, but I will circle back with you. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and if you'd like to come see me live this weekend, I'll be at Lohnes Comedy Corner in Colorado Springs. There's no apostrophe because the grammar is loony. Now here's what's in the news. The big story this week is the tale of Harry Markle and the half-blood prince. During an interview with Oprah, Meghan Markle revealed that she contemplated suicide while living in Buckingham Palace, like how Prince Andrew committed suicide against Jeffrey Epstein. But the biggest bombshell in the interview was when Meghan Markle and her husband Harry Markle said that the royal family discussed their baby's skin color. Allegedly, the royal family didn't want the baby to be dark-skinned, like this liver spot on Prince Philip's face, who I also hear has spotted dick. Man, with all this royal infighting, he must be rolling over in his grave. What's that? No. I guess he's still alive. Apparently that was a picture of a living human being. Additionally, Meghan and Harry suggested that racism was behind the royal family's decision to deny their son a security detail, although Buckingham Palace did assign a security detail to follow him around the gift shop. Meghan claims racism is also the reason the Queen keeps asking him if he's friends with Marlon Wayans. In order to appeal to the royal family's racism, Meghan and Harry even named their baby Archie after a famous racist. But that apparently wasn't enough, so to escape the racism, the couple moved their family to Canada, where the Prime Minister is black. Elsewhere in the interview, Meghan Markle said that Kate Middleton once made her cry while arguing over bridesmaids' dresses, and Prince Andrew made her cry, arguing that the Flower Girls should wear the outfits from Netflix's Cuties. After the special aired, the British royal family released a statement saying they were saddened by the Markles' interview with Oprah, and no one was sadder than Camilla Parker Bowles, who had a long face all day. But I'll be honest, I don't really understand why people are picking sides and getting so passionate about this. To me, it just seems like other people's family drama with both sides telling their own story, and the truth is probably somewhere in between. Like this chart I made, ranging from Meghan Markle is right and the royal family is racist, to the royal family is right and Meghan Markle is a monster. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle, around a baby Archie. And at the end of the day, I don't hate Harry and Meghan. I'm kind of indifferent to them, but wish them the best. Likewise, I don't hate the British royal family. I'm kind of indifferent to them and wish them the best. Except for Prince Andrew, who raped children with Jeffrey Epstein and should be in jail for the rest of his life. Now here's what else is in the news. Joe Biden's German Shepherds, Major and Champ, were removed from the White House after Major bit a Secret Service agent. So now Joe Biden is the only one with hairy legs sniffing around the White House. But removing the dog seems a little harsh. I mean, according to the standards set by Black Lives Matter, Major can still injure 59 more Secret Service agents and be considered mostly peaceful. Speaking of dogs, police are now investigating whether the Lady Gaga dog napping incident was gang-related. Specifically, they're suspicious of this guy. A third round of pandemic stimulus payments will be sent out later this month, and 90% of Americans are eligible. In case you're wondering, here's the 10% that is not eligible. Unlike President Trump, Joe Biden's signature will not appear on the next round of stimulus checks. And embarrassingly, it's 2021, but Joe Biden is still writing 1832 on all his checks. According to CNN, the CDC is giving limited freedoms to fully vaccinated people, which is weird because I thought our freedoms come from our Creator and the Constitution, not the CDC. But the guidelines state that fully vaccinated people can meet indoors without masks, but should still avoid large gatherings and travel. In other words, the vaccine will allow you to do what everyone is already doing. Burger King came under fire after the company sent out a tweet on International Women's Day that read, "Women belong in the kitchen." Burger King immediately apologized, saying, "We didn't know women could access the internet from the kitchen." The FBI released new photos of a suspect in a mask and a hoodie who planted pipe bombs outside the DNC and RNC headquarters in Washington before the January 6th riot. It's being called the most bipartisan thing to happen in Washington in 10 years. So if he turns out to be a Trump supporter, expect to hear more about this story. Otherwise, it'll quietly go away. But hopefully the FBI catches that guy and also arrests Prince Andrew. Large crowds of college students are expected to flock to Florida for spring break in spite of the pandemic. The students are expected to return to campus with high rates of infection, and some of them may also get COVID. I mean, why wouldn't they go to spring break? The likelihood of catching a disease has never stopped anyone before. Netflix and Facebook are now using smart windows at their headquarters, which tint automatically throughout the day. So in time, smart windows will hopefully replace these old-fashioned stupid f***ing windows. Buckingham Palace was also going to install the new tinted smart windows, but then the royal family asked, wait, how dark a tint are we talking? And that joke's not about racism, it's because they don't want Prince Andrew to cover his windows and start raping again. Disney Plus has moved the movies Dumbo, Peter Pan, and the Aristocats out of its children's section due to racist content, yet still no apology for their appalling depiction of a gay lion. But Disney censored Dumbo because the crows parody black stereotypes, Peter Pan because of its depiction of Native Americans, and the Aristocrats because Bob Saget resorts to vulgar sexual and racist material because he's a terrible floundering comedian. Never mind, I'm being told it's a different movie. An animal sanctuary in Arizona is charging people $75 an hour to cuddle with a cow in order to alleviate loneliness. There's also a $15 cleaning fee if you alleviate your loneliness on the floor. Ugh, I'm sorry about that one. It's like a Bob Saget joke. The sanctuary got the idea of cuddling with a cow to cure loneliness from your dad, who's been cuddling with a cow to cure loneliness for years. In a new memoir, a Vietnam vet claims that he lived undetected in an abandoned concession stand in Philadelphia's Veterans Stadium for 3 years. He was only discovered after Santa Claus ducked in there to hide from Eagles fans throwing batteries. The veteran then moved to an abandoned area of the San Diego Padres Stadium known as the Bleachers. A judge has ruled that the QAnon shaman is too dangerous to be released from custody. He could go crazy and devour an organic vegan meal that won't upset his tummy at any moment. Russia and China are planning to build a joint lunar space station. It's all part of their plan to have the first bread lines on the moon. During an arrest for DUI, former MLB star Johnny Damon said he was being targeted for being a Trump supporter. He then alleged that his .30 blood alcohol level had been altered by a Dominion breathalyzer test. Governor Andrew Cuomo has now been accused of sexual harassment by a 6th woman, so only 2 more until he ties Joe Biden in number of accusations while still remaining in office. But rest assured, progressive leftists #believe all but those 14 women. But whatever, at least Cuomo and Biden aren't as bad as Prince Andrew.